All right. So, we're going to start with probably the easiest one. What is your top 5 favorite movies or some of your favorite movies and why? If you can't do 5, you can just name some and why.
So, off the top of my head, nostalgia factor. I love Coraline with everything in me. I love the stop motion. Everything that there is in that film is just perfection to me. I love Train to Busan.
Ooh.
I love the imagery.
That's one I always forget about. That's probably one of the best zombie movies ever.
I agree. I mean, in the story, I was in tears, of course. Oh man, I have more. I'm going blank right now. I love the butterfly effect.
Yeah, I showed you that.
Yes.
When you were way too young.
Yes. What have I talked to you about? There's been a couple.
I mean, some of the ones you were just talking about upstairs, ironically. Bring Her Back.
Yes, I do love that one.
It's pretty recent, but still.
Like I was telling you, I love pretty much. I'm a sucker for anything body horror. I like the disturbing factor more than typical jump scares and everything like that.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, when it comes to body horror.
The Substance.
Oh,
that was
yes.
pretty good.
Yes. I mean, there's so many.
I know.
There's one, ironically, that you need to watch, Videodrome.
Okay.
It's James Woods is in it, which a lot of people, especially your age and younger, only know James Woods as the principal or whatever the school was named after in Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
James Woods High or whatever. So, yeah, that movie's messed up. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but that's one you got to watch.
Yeah,
but
I have an entire list from yours truly that I have to get to. I'm very behind.
So we'll segue to, instead of movies, TV shows, because I know you watch a lot of TV shows.
Of course, the most basic of all, love Stranger Things. Specifically season 1, nothing could top it, in my opinion. What have I gotten into recently?
You like Yellow Jackets?
I do. I love Yellow Jackets. Very primal. I love that. Anxiously awaiting the new season, by the way.
Oh, I haven't even watched the last season. I'm so behind.
It's very good.
I'm trying to think of other shows.
I know. I have plenty, and it's slipping my mind.
Did you say you watched His and Hers?
No, I have yet to watch that. It's in my list.
Yeah, it's not horror, but it's a good whodunit story.
School Spirits.
Oh yes, that's one I need to watch.
Yes, I love that show.
Now, doesn't that have Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows in it, or am I thinking of a different show? I might be thinking.
I cannot remember entirely.
I don't know. I keep seeing him on some new show. It's on Showtime or Paramount Plus, but maybe I'm thinking of a different one. All right. So the last of the favorite questions, but you're not much of a gamer. I know that, but you've played games.
A few, yeah.
What's one of your favorites or some of your favorites?
So I got really, really into Resident Evil Biohazard.
Oh, yes.
For a while there. Could not get past the zombie scene. I can't even describe it.
Which one?
I know. There's one, you're in the field. There's a whole. I was left with one zombie. You can travel through the mirror and everything. And I just kept traveling through the mirror. I couldn't get rid of that last one.
I had that on VR.
Really?
For the PS4.
See, and I never got to finish it either because it wasn't my game. I was just playing it. But totally off, different vibe. But I love Raft. It's like boat Minecraft, essentially.
Oh, okay.
You go and mine from the islands and...
Kind of like a cozy game sort of thing.
Yeah, super fun.
I used to have you play, Left 4 Dead all the time?
Yes, that was my first game I ever had, actually, on my Xbox 360 that I just pulled it out and played the other day, actually. So
I love
Bill
Left
and
4
Francis.
Dead. Yes. Love that game. I guess I'll skip over a question to this one, but for you, and I would say Left 4 Dead, I think that would be a fun one to do, but what's one original story or an existing IP that you would like to make, like for us to make?
I could agree with Left 4 Dead. We've all been kind of talking about really wanting to step into zombie territory.
So Left 4 Dead might be a good one.
Yeah. I think it's doable. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do. The effects and makeup, I think we could pull it off phenomenally.
We have to get a hunter, boomer, smoker,
Yeah.
the witch. You can play the witch.
A little tidbit for you guys. That's like my dream. I want to get out of character so bad and be feral and just act crazy. So
We're working on it.
Yep, we're getting there. We have a lot of ideas in the works.
Okay, so I'll go back. What is your fondest or favorite filming moment so far that we've done? I know we've only done 2 things, but like...
I feel like that's tough because every film night we have is like a brand new fun thing. But
it's true.
I think just because it was new and, you know, it was our first time having pretty much everybody together, I loved doing the lair scene for Batman. I loved Pig's Lair. I loved just being in the building. Everyone was laughing. It was like a 12-hour shoot, I think we did. So
it was long. Yeah, I've talked about it on one of the previous episodes. That was like our longest day, I think.
And it was well worth it. I mean, I felt like it flew by.
It did.
Getting the makeup done, you know, being tied up and everything. That was
you were
fun.
the first person to have like actual makeup done, I think, for Batman.
Yeah.
Well, it was like one of the only ones really that had to have it done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Besides, you know, like small wounding and stuff with you and Pig. But yeah, I loved that.
Pig Lair is a good one. Yeah. What is your favorite villain or bad guy or person, bad person, all time? I think I know your answer, but I'm not gonna say it.
That's extremely hard. I want to know who you. Guess.
My initial thought was, and don't judge me if I get this wrong, but the other mother from Coraline.
That's
she's
a good contender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the mother from Bring Her Back.
Yeah, I could say that too. Also, kind of like off, different vibe, but I love President Snow. I love the dynamic with him and Katniss, and he's a very honest villain, you know.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's kind of a sweet spot for me. Is like I like honest villains, like that just don't sugarcoat it. They know they're evil. They tell you their evil intentions, and they're gonna do it. It's like, why masquerade and try to change it? It's like, just do it.
Yeah, and I love their dynamic because while they are sworn enemies, like specifically that scene where he's like, I would never lie to you or whatever, and it's like, even though, you know, they still had that weird messed up level of trust with one another, and kind of I feel like they respected each other to an extent. Yeah.
I mean, this is like me being a really hyper nerd, but I never played the old Republic games, like the multiplayer ones for PC, but there was always this cutscene I watched where there was like 2 brothers that were sworn enemies, but they always had a respect for each other. Yeah. But obviously the dark side one won because it pushed Star Wars in a whole different direction. But anyways, this is I have 3 more questions. This is a weird one, but what is the easiest way for you to memorize your lines of dialogue?
Honestly, just repetitive practicing.
I figured you were going to say that's how I am too.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with memorizing my lines because I have too much going on in my head. So I'm always like really bad. I'm always the guy that's like, shoot, I forgot my line. What is it? So
I mean, sometimes if I have a like decent chunk of dialogue, I will write it myself and just keep rewriting it using my other senses to kind of.
That's a good idea.
It does help sometimes.
I should actually start to do that. That's not a bad idea.
Then I record myself just
doing it
over and over.
Because I learned by like hearing things too. Because like I memorize lyrics really easy. So that's a good idea. Start just recording my lines of dialogue early, and then once I know it, I can just kind of that's a good idea.
And that helps you to feel out the delivery. in my opinion. Like, I know for, again, Batman, there was, I don't even remember what chunk of I think it was our phone call, and I recorded it like 10 times, and I was like, I just don't like that delivery. I have to, you know, but hearing it over and over, I was like, okay, that exact word or this, like, I can tweak that. And
what's funny about that is, like, everyone that was filming that day said you, like, were, like, incredible because you didn't stutter at all and you didn't mess up at all.
I was like religiously practicing that.
Yeah, you did it and you went through it and, like, no issues. Like, every scene in Batman you were like that. So, well, that was like that, and then the scene with Hazel too.
Yeah, I guess that one was really fun.
Your two big dialogue scenes, and then the rest was all just terror.
Yeah.
But this is an easy one. What's your pump up song?
Ooh.
I mean, I have one to, like, well, I have different ones, but yeah. For if I have pump up songs for music, I like to play a show, then stuff for, like, filming, you know, even songs just to get me started through the day.
So I definitely have different ones depending on the mood, like different genres, but I don't know why. Funnily, the first thing that came to mind was Fire Burning.
Fire Burning.
Somebody called 911.
Oh.
And I just giggle to that on the drive there usually.
Okay, that's a good one.
I can't think off the top of my head, but
it used to be Du Hast when you were, like, a wee lad.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we used to go places with our grandparents, and I remember you always asking for the, what was it, like the 9 song or the something song, and we would play it. My pap was just like, what in the world?
And I would be reciting it perfectly as a kid, apparently.
She was like 5 or 6, like really young, basically singing an entire German song, which is crazy. All right, last question. I wrote what the future holds. So how can I reword this? What do you expect and see out of, like, what we're doing in the future?
I mean, I'm an overachiever and I have big visions for this. So while whether it happens or not, I'm enjoying it and having fun with it. But I fully delusionally see us going far with it. I think we could. I mean, especially, you know, the more experience we get, the more we can kind of budget and work around things that are out of our control. I think we already have the heart and we have the stories. It's just executing it the way that we want, I think, is where we struggle. I
100% agree. The budgeting is the hardest part to get around. And we were talking about that earlier. We want to do the Halloween movie, but it's kind of a blessing that we're going to put it on hold because we want to do it. It's absolute, like,
we want to
service.
Do it justice.
Yeah, like we don't want to, like, short stick that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch the format back instead of us looking at 2 different cameras.
Okay, that's fine.
What were we talking about? Oh, Halloween. Yeah, so it's a blessing that we're pushing that. I was thinking about starting to maybe film some stuff this fall. I don't know if I want to kind of, like, split it up and, like, film the scenes that require a lot of, like, Halloween decorations this fall, and then we can kind of take a break and film some other stuff, like, a little after Halloween. Because, like, once the snow starts coming in, it's kind of off the table. Yeah. But we don't know. It's PA weather. I really don't know.
It's totally up in the air.
It could start snowing in October. I don't know. But
though I don't think that's a bad idea because, I mean, even if, you know, we could film certain things during the fall while we have the opportunity. If we don't like it, you know, we're not finishing until the following year.
Right.
So we could always go back, scrap that if needed. If not, we already have that footage. So
I guess the hardest part of that would be making sure everyone's, like, hair and stuff looks the same and things like that. But I mean, we have Mackenzie and Nick who are, like, phenomenal makeup artists. So if there is, like, anything we need to do, we can do that. But it would be a good idea, like, once the weather starts getting a little warmer, like in the early spring, to start, like, picking it back up and doing some of the more, like especially, like, the end. Well, I don't want to I almost spoiled it. There's a more, I don't want to call it an action scene, but there's more movements and stuff. Like doing something like that in the spring would be a little more doable. Not that it wouldn't be in the fall, I guess, but it's just, I don't know. Because we have so many ideas we want to do, and you know, we have all the time in the world. It's just money.
And everyone's schedule.
Yeah,
everyone's kind of hard.
Yeah, summertime's probably the hardest. Even though the weather's the nicest, it's the hardest because like people have kids and you know work and stuff like that. So it's hard to get everybody together. I'm thankful we were able to get as many people together for the last Punisher.
Yeah, I was not expecting that turnout actually.
Yeah, it was great. So.
Yeah, I think not that it's not doable. I do anticipate it being a bit of a struggle with the continuity of like visual appearance and everything because this is such a big project that we have planned, so it is going to be lengthy. So
and I was sitting there thinking, and I'm like, I'm glad we're delaying it, I'm glad we're pushing it, and if we start filming in the fall, that's great. But at the same time, I'm like, if we start filming in the fall, I would like to split it up, but we should just finish it in the fall because if we have all winter with that footage and like we don't pick it back up, we might lose focus by spring, and we might have a whole different agenda of things that we want to do instead of. So doing that might be a better option. But I know we still have to do. Chris is still working on that body horror script, and then we're gonna do Batgirl next.
Yes.
Which I'm gonna probably say that'll be in July. We'll start filming that. Which that'll probably be like a 1 to 2 day shoot max.
Yeah, I think we could easily get that.
And then maybe Daredevil. I don't know. I started writing a Daredevil script because of I love Daredevil personally. Like I have a slew of comics back here, and he's like one of my favorite superheroes other than Batman. But seeing Isaac play Daredevil, I was like, it put that worm in my brain that was like, you need to do a Daredevil short or something. He brought it
to life,
and he's so like, I'm gonna have him on at some point, but he was always so thankful for the opportunity, and my response back every single time was like, I'm thankful for you, because when I think of Daredevil now, I see him as Daredevil. And don't get me wrong, I love Charlie Cox, and the Ben Affleck one has a soft spot in my heart because that's what I grew up with. But now that he is what I want to see as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Because he knocked it out of the park.
I fangirl over it. And like when I sit there and have to edit it, I'm like, that's my Daredevil. But yeah, I started writing that script, and kind of to the point that she mentioned earlier with the whole wanting to go like feral thing. I don't want to like spoil anything, but if we end up doing it, it'll probably be in a trailer. Typhoid Mary, which I completely forgot I have a comic for you with her on it.
Really?
I have 2, and I forgot to bring them. I know. But I don't know, they might be around here somewhere. I'll have to look through the stash. But yeah, no, I wanted to do Typhoid Mary. I only read a handful of comics featuring her, but I've done enough homework, and I'm like, she's such a fascinating character, and unfortunately, she was created in a time when like female characters in comics were like overly sexualized, and I don't want to do that, obviously. But her character has so much more potential to go like dark with it, instead of like the 90s trope of like, big swords and yada yada. So we have a cool idea, and I guess if you watch this is kind of a spoiler. If we do this, her playing Typhoid Mary means that Mary the bartender in chapter 2 is Typhoid Mary. So there you have it.
There's a little sneak peek.
Yeah, there's a little Easter egg, I guess, from chapter 2. Yeah, so I don't really know what else we can talk about.
I am extremely excited for that role. So.
Yeah, well, what I had in mind was we'll play into the whole, like, kind of like Pig in Batman. I don't want to say it's going to be the same as Pig, because it's not. But we're going to play into this whole thing where it's instead of being called Typhoid Mary, what I thought was just the typhoid killer. Basically to keep her identity a secret because of the whole split personality thing in the first place, but we want her other personality, the typhoid part, to be very like visceral, and like obviously her character in the comics hates men, so that's kind of the stem of it in this one, but I don't want to spoil anything. But she's read what we have so far, and you like it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah. I think we'll probably end up doing it. I mean, and we may even, if I can get things together, if I can get the script finished, I could always film it like right after Batgirl. And that kind of gives you like back-to-back stuff to like do. Yeah. And it gives me an opportunity to be behind the camera instead of in front of.
Yeah.
So.
Which is going to be a big adjustment because I've gotten slightly used to directing, which I enjoy it all, of course, but definitely going to have to shed some nerves getting back out there. So
I'm very excited to be behind the camera. I love doing that stuff. So
it is a lot of fun, and you get to focus on all the details, and I do love that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of already am sort of behind the camera sometimes.
Yeah,
but
I think you're the brains even when you're not physically holding the camera. You're still directing most of it.
Yeah, yeah, and I want to like take the acting part completely out and just focus on that because it's a lot to juggle. Like everyone else really has been lucky enough to not have to do a lot of those elements. So I'm glad to like take a step back and actually direct you guys.
I know, and I'm excited to see what you do with it because, mind you, this is all his brain, you know, and we're just doing our best to bring it to life and, you know, make his vision come to life. So you're gonna be able to really
flesh it out.
Yeah,
and like that is like the stem of it. Like this is my brain stuff. I don't know, my creativity, but I try to give them as much creative control as me.
Yeah, absolutely. We collaborate on so much. Any
costumes,
ideas we have,
anything, like dialogue. And I've said it on probably almost every episode we've done. I'm never like tied to or married to any of the dialogue. Like I write it and I like it obviously enough to like give it to everyone to rehearse, but like once you know those lines of dialogue and where the scene's going, you know, I let them run wild with it, like emotionally or whatever. Like if they want to add like a couple words in there, if they want to drop an F-bomb because it's gonna feel more natural, you know, go for it.
So that's something I'm extremely grateful for and I enjoy about our whole team. Nobody is rigid. There is no certain structure we have. We kind of, you know, the script is, to an extent, you know, that's our basis.
Yeah,
but
it's the foundation.
We branch out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like I've said on other episodes, like we're doing all these projects because, you know, I'm kind of pushing them out there and they're things I want to do, but I want to do other people's projects too. Like I've had someone reach out to me about doing a Star Wars fan film, which I would love to bring everyone aboard and like help out with that. Ironically, well, by the time this comes out, it would have been like a week, but yesterday I had someone reach out about helping with like a documentary.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Which is very cool. My big nerve thing is just like, none of us know how the actual industry works, and maybe that's a good thing, but also a bad thing. I mean, we're learning, so, you know, if we do this documentary, I'm going to learn a lot. We film everything on iPhone, which I know sounds amateur, but like we make it work. Like if we can tell a story all just from an iPhone, I think we're doing the right things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I can't stress enough, like when in the future, like everything we're doing is just building experience. It's building everything to what we will be able to do. So I'm excited for what's to come.
Yep. But all right, well, I think we'll end it here because this episode's probably going to be at least a half an hour long.
You got 2 yappers this time.
yes. Yeah, I'll put the yapper thing. But I forgot to do it the last episode. Jace doesn't have a whole lot of social media, so I didn't really bother to edit that stuff in. But we both have Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So I'll put that in like wherever, by our name, or, blah blah blah. But yeah, so I'll end it here. And again, if you have any ideas, you want to be a part of the team, reach out to me, her, anybody that's been on before. We're just looking to make people's imaginations come to life.
Yeah.
So.
And it's truly such a fun time. Do not hesitate and don't be afraid, because like I've said on plenty of posts, I'm sure he said in plenty of these videos, like, everybody is so cool, easygoing. We collaborate on everything. We're laughing the whole time, and we somehow manage to get it done, and
which I don't understand.
The story done. Yeah, I don't know how, but it's a great time. So.
Yeah, I had to cry on demand the other day for a scene, and I couldn't do it, number one, because everyone was laughing and having a good time. But like I had like makeup all over my face, and the end goal was Mackenzie took a brush with fake blood on it, with the honey blood, and rammed it up my nose into my sinuses to make my eyes water, both of them, and it sure did work. So that, again, like, that's something I'll never forget about, because I had honey in my sinuses for all night. All I could smell was that. But yeah, just reach out and we'll do something. We'll make something. And you said Johnny's working on his thing. I think we mentioned that last episode, because Jace and Johnny are cousins. So we want to try to film out in Builders Rock, which is a local. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a rock. Historical rock region. I don't know. You can rock climb there, and there's like an ice cave and stuff. So it's kind of spooky out there, especially at night. So, anyways, we're gonna quit yapping.
Yeah, sorry.
This was end of episode 7. So I'm Corey.
I'm Lily.
And adios.